Hello everybody, what's up? It's me, Dave, from Seraphim Destroyer. Today we're going to be doing an album breakdown of my realm, Realms 2, Blood Halo. It's coming out on streaming on July 12th, I believe. And it's already out on Bandcamp if you want to go in the description and give it a listen. Also check out Realms 1, Chromatic Oil, which is Dee Dee's realm. And we have more stuff coming too. So I hope you're all excited for that. But for now, I'm just going to do an album breakdown of this one. There are 8 tracks in total. And we're going to start with the first track, obviously, which is You're Fucked. This one was the first song I think I made for this realm. Like when I decided, I'm going to make this a feature-length album. A feature-length album, I say. Like a full-length album. Yeah, this is the first one I was like, I'm going to make this into a full-length album. There was 2 songs. Yeah, there's 2 songs beforehand. Well, I guess 3 if we're gonna get super technical, that I had made before I decided to make this whole album. But I'll mention those when I get to them. But for now, let's just hop into You're Fucked with the intro. So the intro here, like this intro section, I guess, is Killer 7 sound effects. I fucking love Killer 7. The teleport sound is the teleport from Killer 7. You're Fucked is You're Fucked from Killer 7. Gunshot sound from Killer 7. And the laughter is the Heaven Smile laughter. All these just have a bunch of effects on them. Your Fuck has like a flanger and shit on it. And then we hop into the intro, which is guitar. Which is actually just some guitars that I recorded. And that I just threw gross beat on it to like chop it. And it came out pretty cool, so I kept it on there. So this is what it sounds like unfiltered. Let's listen to it like without the gross beat on it. Definitely not. It doesn't have that same kind of like industrial electronic punch when you take the gross beat off it. And then we just have like a pretty basic drum machine here that I kind of made. The TR kick, power snare from Breakcore is not a good way to get laid. I like it. It's very loud, very industrial. And we have an open hi-hat. And that gives us this kind of, And it's all going to this drum bus, which just has a compressor on it. The snare has a little bit of reverb. That's about it though. Then we go into this kind of verse section. Oh, I probably should talk about the bass. I forgot about that. Oopsie. We have a synth bass here. I recorded on my... Oh, I just knocked over Tatsuya. Hey, he'll live. My Kurzweil K2000 that I got at the music store in my town for about... I think it was like $400, which is a pretty damn good deal considering how much Kurzweil go on the market for now. Kurzweil, however the fuck you say it. but that's the Moog bass preset from that synthesizer. And that's what that bass is. Sorry, my Hatsia, an android fell over. Let me pick John back up. Hey, look at him. Oh, his pink nose. Look at him. He's doing like the idle pose. Um, but yeah, uh, the synth bass is the Moog bass from the Kurzweil K2000, and I threw a bunch of filters on it, which I'll show in a second. But the way I got this like growing growling sound is there's a filter envelope like wheel on here. So I was just very slowly opening the envelope while the MIDI pattern was played through the sequencer, which you'll hear in a second here. Yeah. On that synth bass, I've got some EQ, sound goodizer, and then Destructor is really what's making it. I got some bit crush on there. And then we have like a lead here, which is supposed to be based off like a Prophet 5, which is also in the Kurzweil. Which I just fucking absolutely demolished this with some more bit crush. Oh, I take everything off this. It's pretty wimpy. It's very like 80s sci-fi, we just discovered a new planet kind of thing. I think it sounds very industrial, I guess, But yeah, let's go into the verse section. Oh shit. We're not going to the verse. Now we're going to the verse. So this synth pad right here is actually like my all-time favorite synth pad from Wavestation, which is God Chimes. I fucking Jesus Christ. If I can turn the Kurzweil on, okay. Give it a second. Oh, now it's playing that. Yeah, I just love the way. Like this shit just. Beautiful. It's a really beautiful fucking preset here. I love it. It's like probably my favorite. Great. It just sounds fucking great. Like I can't even like put it into words. It's just beautiful. And that's what the synth pad here is. Shit. Oopsie. That's what the synth pad here is. It's that. And then I change it to another pattern here. Or sorry, right here. Synth bass is kind of doing the same thing it's doing already. Just becoming more and more growly. The drums, they're drumming. I mean, they're just doing pretty much the same thing, just a different pattern. But I don't know, you can't really hear it in the final mix that well. But there's actually a double hit here on the snare drum. I just lowered the velocity really low, so it kind of gives it like an echo effect. So like when you have everything on, you can hear how it kind of like extends the tail of that first hit a little bit, which I think sounds really fucking cool. You can't really hear it in the final mix that well, honestly, but I just like it a lot. Then we have a close hat. Pretty easy. Throw that all together, you know, you get the and then here's more of the same, but I actually went in and chopped up the guitars along with the gross beat, so it gives it more like a just more distorted, more glitchy, more choppy. You can't really hear this in the final mix either, but I don't even know what this noise is. I just think it sounds cool. And the snares get a little bit of a roll on them for this chop part. And then we go into the big breakdown. So right here is just a break from great chords, not a good way to get laid. And I just chopped it up here. And then I layered it again with the original break to give it some phase to it, make it kind of like to emulate like a flanger or a phaser on it. And then I re-chopped the break again and layered that on top of the break to make it really like phasey and flangy. You have the pad just doing much of the same. And then the teleport to like kind of bring it back to the beginning of the track a little bit, I guess. Like to invoke that kind of nostalgia, I guess is a way to put it. This part right here is supposed to be like a really big like jungle. Like this is very jungle inspired. It's supposed to be like a very big jungle like build kind of thing. Cause I fucking like I love jungle. It's like one of my favorite genres ever. So I have the reverse crash going into the normal crash, delayed crash, and I mean it's very jungly. That's what I was going for. And then I have just a piano solo here. I just put on the piano preset on the Kurzweil. I just kind of went crazy. And then we have the breakbeat coming back in here, which Didi actually chopped this part a little bit. Like that whole like chop in right there to go into it. Didi made that. So shout out to them because they were over when I was making this track. So yeah, shout out to them. That was really cool. Then it yeah, keeps going. And then I bring the guitars back in. And the breakbeat starts losing its filter that's on it. And the filter starts coming off. So here we have a different drum pattern that's supposed to mimic more of what the break's doing. Some more intense drums. When you layer that with the break, just a little more intense. And we have the chop break that comes back in. With the guitars, you know. And then for the outro, it's just a slowed down version of the break with the guitar. That's it. That's all you're fucked. Honestly, pretty simple. It's not. I mean, it's complex, but I don't know. It's kind of simple at the same time. So next, we're gonna go into I'll Kill You. I think it's what. Yeah, I'll Kill You. I think it's this one. I name my my project files like the stupidest shit ever. So I'm sorry for that. Yeah, it is this one. So this is I'll Kill You. And we'll just listen to the intro and then I'll talk about it. So the intro, like the drums for this track are mainly the R100 drum machine and that power snare again. Like, and Banette, because I love Banette Pokemon. Definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. Let me turn off the envelope on him. That is pretty obviously the Banette cry. Here, I'll turn everything off so you can just hear it. That's the Banette cry. But the intro is this. It's just hammering on the bass kick on the kick drum, and then just a Banette. And then we add a snare in. Then I love the way that snare like cascades, I guess is the way to put it, because I kind of washed it in delay, honestly. It's so cool. I love it. Like just the way that it cascades, it's just beautiful. For the pad here, this is actually Yearning from. It's either Dream Zone or I can't remember if it's Dream Zone or if it's Destroy Reality 2 or if it's Bizarre Guitar, but it's one of those like 90 sample CDs that I use pretty like prolifically. I use a lot of 90 sample CDs in my stuff. So this is from one of those. That's what the pad is. I've got Soundgoodizer, Reverb, Maximus to boost it because it was kind of quiet, and then Stereo Enhancer to enhance the stereo. This is what it sounds like without. It's nice, it just doesn't have that oomph. So then I threw all this shit onto it. And then I'm just on guitar noodling, pretty much. I mean, I'll just be 100% for real with you. That's what I did. I just kind of noodled on the guitar this whole track. But it was fun. It was fun noodling. Like I think it turned out really good. I will say the guitar definitely needs to be boosted a little bit. It was kind of quiet. The guitar is washed. If I turn everything off the guitar, you can hear. I forgot to wear headphones. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about this. Sometimes whenever I record guitar, I forget to wear headphones, so it bleeds through my monitors into my mic. You can't really. I don't know if you can see it, but I have my amp mic'd up right there. That's where I record my stuff. Is with that amp. It's all mic'd up and shit. So sometimes when I forget to wear my headphones when I'm recording, it like bleeds. Like the met or the track bleeds into the guitar part. And that happened a couple times on the album. But there was at most points I feel like you just couldn't really notice it, so I don't really care that much. There's one track though, Blood Halo, like self-titled track, 7th track of the album, where you can hear it in the guitar part. But I kept it because I thought it sounded like a clock ticking, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because it sounds like you're about to die, like your time's running out. Which I'll get to that later when I get to Blood Halo, but like I left it in there. I left it in here because I was lazy, and I felt like I could mask it enough to where you couldn't really tell. So that's why, yeah. We'll keep going. This is just kind of like a me classic. I love like airy, echoey piano parts. It's just what I like. I don't know, it's how I am. So we got the XV50 running a piano part. Actually, the piano part was originally supposed to be longer. So like all you hear in the release, like on the official release, is this. And there was originally supposed to be this part too. I just didn't really like it that much, so I took it out. But we can we can hear what would have been, what could have been if I left it in. Yeah, no, I liked the other one more, so I just repeated the riff. I just liked it more. Here we bring in a drum break, which I chopped up at the end here a little bit. I threw a high pass on it too. So I wanted to give the drum machine a little room to breathe. So this part of the drum pattern is actually just bass drum and bonnet. Here, shoot. It's just that repeated. So then we go into this part, which has the vocals. I don't like listening to my vocals that much, if I'm being honest with you, but I'll show you. This plugin is like the greatest thing known to man. I can sing. I'm just not very good at it. I'll be honest with you. I can, but I'm not confident enough. So I use this to help me out a little bit sometimes. And I like it. It sounds great. It's really good. I think it's like the best auto-tune plugin you can get for free. Then I have some EQ, some tape sounding, Maximus to boost it, reverb, sound goodizer, and more EQ. So everything turned off, raw vocals. I say it in heavy air quotes. Sounds terrible. Throw everything on. That's pretty much the whole track. I sample More Killer 7 here at the end. It's Curtis Blackburn.
Try me. I'll kill you.
And that's really it. This is probably, I'd say, like the simplest track on the album. There's not much to it. Next we got Bloodshed, which is the oldest track on the album. Fun fact. Fuck Yeah 10/26/24 is what it was called originally. I'm gonna see if I could find the original demo so you can hear it, because it did not sound like this. Originally, it sounded the studio like album version of this was completely different from what the original demo sounded like. Let's see if I can find it. I think this is the original demo. Yeah, this is the original demo. Give it a second. I'll show you guys the original demo before we get into the studio version. Give it a second. It does this sometimes. Amplitude likes to like shit my computer, like actually like kills my computer. So sometimes you just gotta sit and you gotta wait. You gotta contemplate and relate. Yeah, originally this was way different, as you are about here. Very different. It's great. It's really good. Nah, I'm kidding. It's terrible. You guys just got like a preview, like a bunch of shit I'm working on. Sorry. Let me go back. So yeah, that was the original demo of this. And now this is the studio version. This is the album version. So we're gonna talk about the intro. So it's the exact same bass part as the demo, but I put Bit Crusher on it, and I widened it. So now it sounds like this. Where, if you recall, the original it sounded like this. Recorded on my actual bass, by the way. It's back there somewhere. Oh, I should actually mention this while I'm thinking about it. All of the guitars on this album were recorded on my PRS, which I'll grab real quick. They were all recorded on this PRS. This is a purple signature PRS of some guy. I forgot his name. And I put the Slayer guitars, EMGs, in there to make them active because I have no active pickups on any of my guitars. So the entire album was recorded. Like all the electric guitar parts that are heavy, like distorted, you hear on the album are this. All of the clean guitar parts were recorded on my Fender Japanese Strat. It's a single humbucker. It's an SSH. I have a Fender or a Squier jazz bass. All my bass parts are recorded on. I want a P bass, but I got the jazz bass for free, so I will take whatever I can get. But yeah, this is the bass. Then we have the break at the beginning, which is from Downtempo Grooves. It's another like sample CD, which I heavily filtered. Like cutting out all of the low end. And then I panned it left to right. Then we have a drum machine here. You're never going to guess which snare I used for this. You'll never guess. Maybe the exact same snare I've used on this entire album already. Can you tell I love the power snare? It's honestly like I'm probably gonna use it on everything from now on. I really like this snare. It's really good. Thank you. Breakcore is not a good way to get laid. And then we have this basic drum pattern here. This one also uses the R100. Oh, dude, there's a spider on the wall. There's a guy in here. I wonder if you could... No, he's going behind my Halo poster. I would show you guys the spider. What kind of spider is that? I don't even know. It's like it's just hanging out here. I'm gonna take care of the spider really quick and we'll get back to this. The drums here. Pretty simple. I think it layers really well with the filtered breakbeat. Got a really nice groove. Vocals are the same as the last time, so I'm not really going to talk about them. Then we have a guitar lead-in right here, which, if you'll remember, this is an extremely filtered version of the guitar that was on the original demo. Yay! So it's pretty easy. I mean, pretty simple. What's really carrying this is the reverb and the gross beat, because this is what's chopping it to make it sound like tremmy, like a tremolo. And then the phaser gives that washy sound. So it kind of sounds like a synth, honestly. And we have the main guitar part right here. We change up the filter guitar part here a little bit. Layer it with the guitars here, which are a different guitar part. And then I have a synth here. Kind of a vocal synth I bit crushed. And they make this big chorus. The next verse is exactly the same except I added a Yamaha DX7 bass. Light phaser, a little squanchy, a little squelchy. That's exactly the same. And the second chorus is exactly the same. But then, in the second part of the chorus, we get a different synth pattern, which I'll show you now. So yeah, different synth pattern. Sounds cool. And then here I actually added in another bass, which you can't even really hear in the final mix, but outro, and then another Killer 7 sound effect. Yep. Next up we got Good Enough for If I Can Remember What It's Called. I hope this is it. Nope, this is a different song. We'll get to this one later. Is it this one? It's not this one. This one's cool. I don't even remember making this one. Is it Wowza? Is that what the part is from? It is. Alright, so this one is Good Enough for You. This one is definitely the one that has the most production put into it. And it's the shortest one on the album. I don't know how that levels out. It just does. So this one's crazy. I don't think I'll have enough time to go super in depth to it because I'm on a bit of a time limit, but I'll try and break down like all the key parts of it. So we'll listen to it. Let me turn it down. I think I've talked about how I record my guitars enough at this point, so you understand, you get it at this point. Oh, let me turn the grow speed on the master off. Oh yeah, I throw OTT on every master track, by the way, just so you know. Before you go in the comments and it's like, "Oh, you throw OGT on everything." Yes, I do. If you have an issue with it, the doors. There's three. There's multiple doors back there. Pick one and leave. I like OTT. Anyways. So yeah, you know how I record my guitars at this point. This is the bass. I fucking keep kidding. Same Moog bass. My mixer's tall. Same Moog bass I always use. But this time it's got more bit crusher on it, more destruction. And you know, all this stuff. We have the drum break filtered, of course. And then we have the drum machine. And this is side changed to the bass, so you can hear the bass start ducking. Then the main drum line right here is this. Honestly, what I really wish I would have done before I released it is like maybe like threw like a wider on this kick drum to like really make it you feel it everywhere in your head. I don't know. The lead here is an FL Studio stock guitar that I threw a bunch of distortion on. Serial Experiments Lane sample.
I only exist inside those people aware of my existence. But what about this me that I can hear talking right?
I love Serial Experiments Lane, as you can tell. I got her sampled, and then my vocals here. I actually do like these, so I'll show you. And I'm also going to show you that I sampled Bennett again. But now he's like a trance. He's a trance gate. Because without the trance gate, it sounds terrible. The trance gate kind of gives it like that bounce. Then we introduced the guitar back in. Oopsie, I forgot to turn Gross back on. That chops right there. And then it's just me screaming you over and over. That's really all there is to this one. Next we got Same Pain, I'm a Ghost. It's this one. Is this one? This one's pretty simple too. This one's built entirely on Bizarre Guitar Spectrasonics, the sample right here, the Bizdium one. Oh shit. Oops. Oh, it's just in the playlist. I'm stupid. It's built entirely on this. Like the entire song is built on that. So here's the intro drums. And then it's just that click really for the rest of the song, because then I throw a drum break in. So everything at the beginning. Then some more Killer 7 samples. Drum break. Then we have the main hook right here. Double layered guitars. This weird, like, high pitched kind of thing that I like. Bass line. My vocals, and yeah, this is really it. This song's pretty simple. And then we have a guitar solo back here. This is the one that I was talking about, where you can hear the click, but I don't really give that much of a shit, because like I said, I thought it sounded cool. Then we have the piano solo. That's it. This one's pretty simple too. Next is Slipping Out of My Hands. A lot of these like back half ones don't really need that much explanation to them, really. This is the Moog bass again on the Kurzweil. I love this bass preset. It's really good. You can hear the bass pretty clearly, but here for the drums, just a TR-909. That's it. Then we have the guitars coming in here. And then Daniel Larson.
Like I don't have a future.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, this part. Just more guitar, the drum machine going, and then the bass doing its thing. Back here, though, is where it gets really cool. So this drum part right here, I recorded on the Kurzweil. Like, this is the Kurzweil stock drums. So when you put that with it. There's also a pad right here from the Kurzweil. I forgot to talk about that. But yeah, and then I added this like kind of crushy sound. This part's very Nine Inch Nails. This whole song is like the most Nine Inch Nails inspired song on the album. It's just a absolutely destroyed power 2 snare. Yeah, I'll show you how I destroyed the snare though. I think it's cool to talk about. A lot of destructor, a lot of bit crush, sound goodizer, and then I cut all the low end out of it, and I pitched it down a lot, like a whole octave. Pretty cool. All right, second to last track we have "Feeling Icky" for Blood Halo. This song was actually made in January of this year. This is the second track, like I said, that was made before I like even considered making an album. This was just a one-off track that I made. And I listened to it again and I was like, I need to come back and finish this, and this would sound really good on Blood Halo. And I thought it sounded so good for Blood Halo that I decided to call it the title track. The original demo was named Feeling Icky, but then I was like, fuck, we gotta call this the title track. The guitar layering here is really bad and weird. So don't mind that. Honestly, I'm just gonna clean it up now while I'm talking about it, because oh no, I fucked it up. Okay. I'm just gonna clean it up now while we're talking about it, so then nobody can judge me. I wanted like the guitars to have like a delay to them, so I like had to set the delay. Oh, my cat's coming. He's about to start meowing. I heard him run down the stairs. He's about to come in here and start like wrecking shit. I hear him. Oh, he's coming. Cat alert, guys. Hold on. This is Simon. He's say hi to you. Not like you. Okay, you want to sit down. Well, if you hear meowing in the background from now on, you know. Anyways, so yeah, I wanted the guitars to have a delay. That's why I layered them like that, so I could like really have a handle on the delay, which you'll hear right here. I opposite panned the guitars. Like I use the same guitar part and I just panned them on both sides of the spectrum, and I just like layered them so it would have this really cool effect. And then I just panned all the guitars in total right. I just wanted it to be panned right. But if I pan it back to the center, you'll hear it. So. So the drum part here. Simon, what are you doing? Stop clawing the back of my chair, man. Is this like really heavy, like bass drum kick? It's better to hear it when I have it cranked all the way. Like it's pretty, and that's even when it's filtered. Because I have an EQ that turns on it. So let me turn the EQ off, and you're gonna hear what this sounds like unfiltered at the beginning of the song. It's fucking loud. Oh shit, I have the wrong EQ. I think. There we go. Then we have a rim shot. The rim shot has delay on it because I love delay, if you cannot tell. Then we have some those hats that come in. So we let this guitar and this drum thing like ride out for a little bit. Then we go into a more stable drum groove right here. Then we just have this drum groove for a little bit until we have this ARP come in that I made. So this ARP is literally just the guitar part sped up really fast. Simon. So that's what that is. That's just the guitar part, like sped up really fast, and it made this really cool arp, so I kept it. You cannot hear this in the final mix at all, but this is just like a synth pad that's going playing an A sharp the whole fucking song. And the bass comes in right here. I put an EQ on the kick at this point to try and cut all the low end out of it so the bass would have room to breathe. And then here at the end we have a scream that I like filtered really heavily and panned to the left and to the right, and then I have a drum break that I made on the Kurzweil that I resampled. Yeah, that's that. Last song is Untitled for Loss. This one's really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff that went into this one. This is also a really personal track. So yeah, this one means a lot. So, fun fact about these guitars: all the like the two acoustics on this track. I recorded these guitars actually to tape. I recorded these guitars to tape, as you can hear. Like, that weird like creaking noise you hear in the background is the tape head spinning. Same with the secondary guitars. These were both recorded to tape, and then I just re-recorded them back into FL. All the effects back on. Both guitars together. And then there's a pad going on in the background. Another wave station pad. And then I have a bass that comes in. It's a Reese bass with a bunch of distortion on it. And there's a piano solo. And then there's vocals. I feel like I can't really break down this track. Like, you just need to go listen to it. Honestly, you should just go listen to this track. It's on Bandcamp in the description below, which is where you should be going, because this video's over. Yay! I've broken down every track. Go check out the albums down in the description below. I'm sorry that this track specifically, the explanation was kind of short. I just don't really like talking about this track. It makes me kind of sad to think about. But I do I like the track. I just don't like talking about the track. Go down in the description. Click the links to go purchase Realms 2 Blood Halo or Realms 1 Chromatic Oil. And they're going to be on streaming within a month. So July 12th, I think. And yeah, we're currently working on a website too. So if you want to go check out our website when it's done, there's a chat feature, so you can say hi to us if you want. And yeah, there's all that. So I hope you enjoyed this album breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, listen to our music, and bye.